I was losing passion for youth ministry as a whole. I really cared about the students, and I really care about the gospel and the story of the Bible and God, and so I was really passionate about those things, but the students weren't. Most of my job centered around planning games and bowling trips. So very little of it was actually preaching the gospel and discipling people. Most of it was activity coordinator and this like teen counselor. I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to beg them to be Christians. I didn't want to entertain them so they'll stay at church. I felt like I was tricking them. And that's not what I signed up for. Dare to Share was about 1.5 years ago, and I was invited to go to a conference they had close out here in San Diego. It was sort of a paradigm shift for me, and just kind of seeing my whole faith, my whole ministry in a different light of how we're supposed to be on mission telling people about Jesus. When I first came back and started talking to them about this stuff, they were really resistant.
We were going from less like games and stuff to more like of a serious topic. Most people stopped coming. I think they just wanted to have a hangout day rather than actually get things done.
There was one night where I was teaching on this stuff and I just kind of stopped in the middle of my lesson. I was like, guys, what's wrong? What is so bad about sharing the gospel? Like, why won't you do this? They said, this obsession you have with us sharing the gospel, like, we're never gonna do that. And I had, a parent or two come up and talk to me about how, Nathan, you really need to let this go, and you're messing up our youth ministry. And so I kind of just told them, look, I'm not gonna get over it.
He wanted us to be open with people about our faith and like go out there and talk to people about it rather than just sitting down doing nothing.
Our goal is going to be to share the gospel with others. And Caitlin, one of our students, really took hold of it, and she was now kind of became a leader in our group and a leader at her school, seeing people come to Christ.
I do get really excited about sharing the gospel. I'm really glad that God turned us this way and that seeing how much it could change someone, I just wanted to do more.
There was almost a school shooting at her school, and she was the target.
A few months after sharing the gospel, a bunch of girls ran up to me and said, you better watch your back because tomorrow at the rally, someone's gonna shoot and they're gonna make sure that you're the first target because you're sharing your faith and no one wants to keep hearing it.
It was extremely real for Caitlin, and it was extremely real for that school at the time. She kind of got in front of the room and just told that story and said, but I'm gonna go back to school tomorrow and I'm gonna share the gospel with those girls.
Getting the death threat and hearing what people had to say, it really hurt and it was scary, but I knew God wouldn't let it happen. I was still gonna fight forward.
She kind of dared the rest of the youth group to share their faith. That was kind of a turning point. Everyone was like, if she's gonna do it, then so am I. We shifted. Rather than me teaching all the time, it was a lot more of them just sharing stories of what they've been doing. But now that they're doing it, and they're in the field sharing the gospel, all of a sudden their faith is vital to them. The youth begin to set the pace for what the cause of Christ looked like in our church. Last Wednesday when we met, they had already had 110 gospel conversations, and we've seen 21 people come to Christ.
I think the best part of Dare to Share is just if you have any questions, there's so many answers that they have, and there's a long list of things that they can help you with. just gives you so much like info, and it gives you a lot of motivation.
Dare to Share, more than any other ministry that I know, is authentically and effectively reaching youth and teaching them how to become a disciple that makes disciples. So getting students and youth ministries about the cause of Christ and seeing real change happen. And because of that, we stuck it out. And now we're seeing God really move and change lives.